Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Roberta.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, October 11th. Welcome back to J is for Justice. My name is Jay, and I am your host. Welcome to my channel. I want to say hello to the chat real quick and let you guys know if it buffers, it will kick back in. There's like a glitchy thing going on YouTube. Hello, Carol H. And hello, Julie Labrador. I haven't seen you, Jules, in a long time. Teresa Ann. Ultra Dark CEO. Hello. Hello, Carrie. Leo Girl. AKA Blondie. Hello, Mind Crime. I haven't seen you in a bit. And Carter and Snow, thanks for coming in and moderating this morning. Or rather, this afternoon. It is 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time on the dot. My mug today. I don't need Google. My mother knows everything. Christmas present. I don't know everything, and I think that was kind of a smart aleck gift, to be honest, but I'll take it. Good morning, Hellcat. Good morning, L5. True Crime with Eve, good morning. I'm glad to see that the notifications are at least going out. We might be buffering, but we've got notifications. So if it buffers, you guys just hang tight. It kicks back in. I don't know what else to do. M&M Racing. Thank you, thank you. Outdoorsy Life. Hello. Vicky, hello in England. Amy, longtime listener, first time chatter. Anchorage, Alaska, local time, 8 a.m. Well, cheers to the coffee, Anchorage. It's early there. Hello, Dodie. And Jamie, Spitfire, hello, Krista. I don't know, Carol. I do have some skipped frames going on, so if that happens, what up, JB? Krista says, I listen to you every night. Thank you, Krista. TT, welcome to the family, Roberta.
Roberta, you know, the proof is in the pudding, if you will.
Nice day. Hello, 3 Rosebuds. 2 Arizonas right in a row. Debbie and Rosebuds. All right, guys. I've got some new shiz in this case from Facebook. Hello, Leslie and Kimmykins. TT, thanks again for joining our newest member. All right, so let's get into this case. Quinton Simon. Hello, Beaverton, Oregon. Stacy, Sunflower Stacy, Loriam, Denise Hall, what's up? Well, Krista, thank you for chatting today. Thank you. Hey, Sharon Tuck. Hey, Potato. Roly Poly. Roly Poly in the house.
Roly Poly, Daddy's little Patty. Daddy's gonna be a man someday.
Awesome, Carol. Okay, so let's just recap just briefly. October 5th was when this little boy was reported missing. The boyfriend, Danny, is the last one to have seen the little boy in his playpen. Mom says she woke up at 9. Kid was gone. Door was open. And she's like, oh, well, he can't open doors, so somebody must have come in and taken him. Ooh, Savannah, if you want to email me, jsforjustice@gmail.com, what you have. Let's see what I've got compared to what you've got. So Danny was the last to see him in the playpen. Now, just to go over the family a little bit more with the grandmother, Billy Joe. She has 4 kids. She's got 3 boys and 1 girl. So she's got Nathaniel, who is Nathaniel Quinton, who Quinton is named after. He is in prison for killing someone. He's serving 22 years. He was given 44, but he's got to serve the 22. Then we have Paul Simon, not to be mistaken for the famous artist Paul Simon. He lives at home with the stepfather and the mother, Billy Joe. And then there is her son, Joe, which we don't know much about. I couldn't find anything on him, only that he exists. Now, for work, Grandma and the step-grandpa were working full-time jobs. And we know that Billy Joe, right? Yeah, I keep wanting to say Bobby Joe for some reason. Billy Joe worked out of state. So she wasn't even around in the same vicinity to see what was going on. Now, what was stepdad doing? Why didn't he know what was going on? How was this kid getting bruises and belt marks? We know Grandma was out of town. We talked about that yesterday. We're all like, Grandma's out of town. She has custody. What is she doing? But he was at home, right? As far as we know. And the custody thing just went through. Leilani was ordered to start paying child support on November the 1st. So she lost by default. And Mom got custody and was ordered child support for the 2 older, for his brother, for Quinton's brother, and for Quinton. Now, the little baby, we're going to read about this person named Key on Twitter, has been defending Daniel. His name is Daniel Youngkin, and he is actually, for work. Let me finish there. Grandma and Grandpa, full-time jobs. Danny is pursuing a rap career. And Leilani got a job at a liquor store. I don't know, Casey. So Panthera La Luna says that they heard the stepdad was out of town as well. Now, I hadn't heard that, so I don't know. I don't know about that. But that crossed my mind. If the babysitter had seen bruises, belt marks, signs of abuse, and if stepfather was there, why didn't she talk to him as well? These people something's not adding up for me. So if step-granddad also works out of town, if that's true, then they were really, really irresponsible, because her own mother, Billy Joe, says herself, she doesn't make the right choices. I can't trust her. Why are you leaving these kids that are you went to court to get custody of? Why are you leaving them with this girl then? So let's go to the Twitters. Let's go to the Twitters and let's see what's being said about Danny and see if you guys believe this.
You want them to go to Walmart and hang up a sign?
So this person says, I think Daniel at least knows what happened and maybe is involved in covering things up. And this Key person says he literally didn't speak to her from the time he left for work to the time she called around 9 and couldn't find him. So this person is claiming that Danny went to work and didn't talk to Leilani until 9. And then this Beth Investigate says if he didn't speak to her from 6 to 9, that would definitely clear him. However, is he capable of lying for Leilani? And then Key says, but he took a polygraph and he was very cooperative. and after hers is where he got suspicious of her. She lawyered up. Now, I don't know if any of this is 100% accurate. I'm just giving you what's being put out there and what's being said. So then here's another screenshot. And this person asks, how do you know him? And Key says, he's my boyfriend's childhood best friend. Their daughter, Sky, is only 3 months. She's precious. He and his family are like family to me. This one's a little harder to read. Okay, so this Key shares this, and she says, hardly an evil bone in Danny's body. I feel so bad for him, man. I'm not really sure what this is about. Let's read it, and maybe it'll make sense. I feel so bad for him, man. I've been shedding tears for him because I know him. I know, dude, man, for real, for real. That shit hurt hearing him fight for his life. He's such a gentle dude, no homo. I had to lock out for him because my first day out of jail, Danny got me a job and helped me get a job when I didn't even fuck with him like that. He heard what happened and got me on. To be honest, Danny sometimes has made me feel like a bad bro. What? Just off the strength of how good he's been for me when I needed him. So I guess she's sharing this as like a testimony to Danny's good heart. Yay, Angie. What's up, Angie B? Okay, so here's another one. Key says, LOL, yeah, they are. And I understand. Danny's actually here now. We live in Atlanta. He's in touch with investigators and will continue to be. Still no idea what the devil could have been up to, but glad he's clear of her. So they're claiming that Danny's in Atlanta away from her. Where is his baby daughter? Jenny asks. Key says, CPS took her and the other kids. They're with Leilani's aunt in Savannah at a disclosed location. I think she means undisclosed. He and his parents are trying to gain full custody of his daughter. CPS took her and the other kids. They're with Leilani's aunt. So Leilani's aunt has the baby, but this girl is claiming that him and his parents are trying to gain full custody. Why weren't they granted even temporary? Like, why are they with the aunt and not him and his family, since he's the baby's dad? I think that kind of speaks volumes. If CPS took the 3 kids, which the baby, 4-month-old baby girl, is Daniel's, why would they give Daniel's child to Leilani's aunt and not his parents? Since they're the bio grandparents, I mean, it seems like they would trump Leilani's aunt. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Well, not with him, with his parents. His own friend dubbed him as the devil? No, she said that Leilani's the devil. Still no idea what the devil could have been up to, but glad he's clear of her. So, yeah, a little interesting that the bio grandparents didn't get custody of the baby girl. Leilani's aunt has all 3 children, according to this, anyways. All right, here's another question for Key. If he didn't speak to her from 6 to 9, that definitely would clear him. However, is he capable of lying for Leilani? Key says absolutely not. He's not even capable of lying for himself. He would never harm a child. So here's another one from Oh Sherry. Oh Sherry. What a good question. Hi Key. Did both of them pass polygraphs? The babysitter stated Danny was stepping up to make sure she had what the kids needed while she watched them. So remember, the babysitter said there was no milk. She had to call Danny to bring the milk. I have not heard his rap music. If y'all find it, let me know. I don't know, Potato, that possibly could be. But having 2 toddlers and a newborn, that's a lot on one person. Sorry, 3 kids total. I was counting Quinton in the 3. My bad. So then they say, Key says, hi. He passed his, which is why they gave him back his phone and cleared him to leave Savannah. Investigators still have hers. Apparently she didn't pass and lied to both police and Danny about leaving the house that night. What's his stage name? Moon Shadow. Did you see the neighbor post that they saw Leilani drive away from the house that morning early and come back close to 9? I did not. LG gal who canceled the babysitter. Send them to jisforjustice@gmail.com. That's probably the easiest way. Lion Leilani, own ex-friend over a year ago, Jaden stated she doesn't know who Quinton's bio dad is. Okay, so here's another screenshot. I know Danny personally. This is Key again. He wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone be able to hold it together after the fact. He literally wouldn't be able to live with himself. He comes from a good home. He's a really gentle guy. Interesting, Jeremy says. Why is he associating with a person like Leilani? Key says, I don't know Leilani. Never cared to meet her, but I have never liked her. She puts him and everybody who's in her life through hell. And then Key responds again and says, let's just say both took polygraphs today. The truth is on its way. Okay, that's all of those. Now, let's close that. I have some photos, and you may or may have not have already seen these, but I hadn't. So I just put them together, and I wanted to just go through them and kind of talk about them because I see this is kind of my thought process right now is that donut, you're making me want donuts. So I see a transformation in the daughter. So even when she was like these pictures, some of them she looks like strung out and then other ones she looks healthy. Hi, Krugs. And I'm thinking that maybe, you know, and I'm not defending the grandmother, Billy Joe, because I think she was very, very careless and very wrong in leaving those children with her. However, possibly in the beginning, I could see her thinking, okay, this is going to be short term. You know, she's going to get her shit together. She got a job at the liquor store. You know, maybe she's going to get it together and be able to take care of her kids. And then it progressively got worse. Danny works every day where? Oh, Karen Kennedy, bless your heart. Nicole B, hey you. What's happening? So let's take a look at some of these photographs. Danny Youngkin. All right, so that's Leilani and Danny. And interesting, she doesn't have pictures of like, and that's her. I mean, she looks so different. Different. Mind you, she's only 21. 3 kids by the age of 21. This girl doesn't even know what it's like to be an adult and not be pregnant. 3 kids in 3 years.
That's how it played out.
That's how it played out. I mean,
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
where'd that come from? Okay, here she is again. Psycho but pretty, it says. And she was very pretty then. And these precious boys, there is Zane, I believe, on the left, and then Quinton on the right. How anyone could ever harm children. These children, I just don't understand it. I did see the footage of the neighborhood. I shared that in my community. My community for Cinema Shogun had that footage. Okay, now here is Leilani and Daniel. And I'm not judging by looks or anything like that. I definitely will not do that. Because you can't judge on looks. So I have no idea. This person is sticking up for him, saying he comes from a good family. All of this is to be determined, you know. But here is Leilani, and she looks pretty rough here. She looks rough here. She doesn't look healthy to me, and I don't know if it's filters or what. But yes, you're right. 3 kids, 3 different dads. No, it doesn't look like the same woman. It's crazy. This is her as well. Filters. I mean, now I'm wondering who this is. Because when you see these kids in different pictures, you see like they're clean. They look well taken care of. And then you see them like this. Hey, Olive Juice. I mean, this, I'm not, now I'm gonna judge because this clearly is an addict that he's with right here. I mean, I don't know who this woman is, but she's not healthy. And he's dirty. Now, granted, they're at the beach. They're at the beach. He's probably been snacking and whatnot, but some of these pictures are like night and day. So here, this is Easter time. And what I noticed, and I have to give credit where credit is due, is that Danny has Quinton in all these photos. He's carrying him around and he doesn't look annoyed. Yeah, I can make it bigger. Sure. Let's just go ahead and make this shit full screen. How about that? So there is the fam. She's clearly very pregnant, but they're out doing this egg hunt and he's carrying around the baby. There he is again with the baby. Not sure if this means anything to you guys, but he doesn't seem completely disconnected from the baby. So there's mom and stepdad. I scoured their Facebooks, as you can tell. There's another one of Danny and Quinton. And then I have to think about what the babysitter said. That he was the one that would bring the shit he needed. Now there's great grandma. Remember yesterday we talked about great grandma. And her neighbor killed their kids and buried them in the woods. And she was interviewed on the news. If you didn't see that, go to my yesterday's video. That great grandma right there was in a news clip where her neighbor's kids were missing for 2 years and no one reported them missing. And she did an interview about those kids being found in the woods. But yeah, the daughter, Leilani, looks healthy here. Another photo. She's got the baby. She looks pretty healthy there. I mean, some of these photos, she took a downward spiral is what I'm coming to a conclusion of. Wait, what are you guys mind blown about? I've got a little bit of a delay. Oh, the grandma? Yeah. She's just old. I don't think she's creepy. Yeah, you guys, I'll show you the video. Hold up. Let me find it. Yeah, her neighbors. I'll just let the story speak for itself because I don't remember exactly. Excuse me. All right. This was in yesterday's live. Let's go to that. You guys are going to be like, what that gives the heck? Okay, because I talked about also the mother's son, who Quinton's named after, Nathaniel Quinton, is in prison. So we talked about that, and then I showed this clip of the grandma. I'm just looking for it. I'm scrolling. But yeah, the kids, the story goes something like the kids were missing. Here she is. I found it. All right, hold up. You guys are going to be mind blown. Are you ready to be mind blown? It's Tuesday on J is for Justice. Let's do it. Oops, we don't want that screen, do we now? No, ma'am. Okay. You are not seeing double. This is yesterday's stream. All right, here we go, guys. Okay, here we go.
Well, that check quickly turned into a death investigation, leaving 2 teens dead who were never reported missing.
How sick can somebody be to a child? If you don't want a child, don't have them. And if you got them and you don't want them, give them up. Don't do it this way. This is wrong. This is against the good Lord's work.
A tip is what led investigators to this home on Rosebud Place. They were told 14-year-old Mary Crocker was missing and believed to be dead. She hadn't been seen since October. Investigators questioned everyone inside the home. Deputies say the family lied, saying Mary went to live with her mother. When deputies returned Thursday morning, they discovered Mary buried just feet away from her home, and her brother's body was found nearby. Elwin Crocker Jr. hadn't been seen since November 2016. Authorities believe he was killed at that time, only discovered now, 2 years later after his death. He would have been 16. Neither of them were reported missing. Deputies have charged 3 in connection: the biological father, 49-year-old Elwin Crocker, the stepmother, 33-year-old Candace Crocker, and the step-grandmother, 50-year-old Kim Wright. They say the 3 are being charged with concealing the death of another and cruelty to children in the first degree. Deputies say the child of the stepmother was found alive inside the home. He was taken to the hospital to be checked out.
I've been doing this 41 years, and a while ago I almost broke down in tears. It's that bad. I cannot understand how you do children like this. Horrible.
And right now you can see where investigators still remain on the scene. They say more charges could be filed for those 3 after learning the results of the autopsy. Reporting in Effingham County, Darius Johnson, WSAV News 3.
Yeah. I wasn't making that up, guys. It's so beyond messed up. So yeah, that was grandma. Great grandma, I should say. Quinton's great grandma here. Because this happened right next door to her house. And then the advice she gives: if you don't want the kids, give them up. Well, guess what? Maybe she should have told her granddaughter that. I mean,
if you don't want a child, don't have them. And if you got them and you don't want them, give them up. Don't do it this way. This is wrong. This is against the good Lord's work.
I mean, the good Lord's work. What is she talking about? Ugh, God, these people weird me out sometimes. Okay, let's go back to our photos. So that was great grandma. Just so you know, I'm not making the shiz up. Her neighbor buried their kids right near the home, right next door to grandma here, great grandma. Whew. And she's got that earpiece in both photos. There's Danny with Quinton again. That is Billy Joe's mother. Yes. Billy Joe's mother. There he is with the baby again. Not really digging how he's got the basket in his hand. Okay. I was like, not really digging how he's one arm in it, but I mean, he looks to be engaged. Yes, Kelsey, it was in Georgia. And I don't know if Danny has any other children, but that is, yes, Billy Joe's mother. So there they are. Yes, Amanda B. We were just talking about that. He's an aspiring rapper. And there he is with little Quinton. Again, with little Quinton. What are you guys thinking? I mean, what are you guys thinking of Danny? I know that there's been a lot of talk about Danny. But I mean, all these photos, these aren't staged. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally out there doing the egg hunt with the little boy. Are you serious, Kelsey? That is so scary. Evelyn, they have not yet. Black-haired chick, you crack me up. The Lord. Yeah, they're very religious. I mean, maybe this was a point in time where Billy Joe really thought she was getting her shit together and things were going to be better. I don't know. Like, did she start doing some drugs after having the little newborn, the little girl? I'm wanting to know what went on here because there's stark differences. Now, there's the fam. There is Billy Joe's mom, Danny, Quinton, Leilani, and Billy Joe. And then little Zane down at the bottom. But if this was this past Easter, look how little he is. I mean, you guys, he's only 20 months old. I don't know, Leo girl. Because I don't really even know what a Casey Anthony means anymore. I don't really even know what happened there 100%, you know? So that must be Billy Joe's mom and her husband. And then this is a post the mother that Billy Joe made, and she's like, I miss when my boys were together. And I think the one on the left is the one that's in prison. I think that's Nathaniel Quinton. No, that's her mother. Billy Joe's mother. There's little Quinton. Now, who is this? This is what I'm having a hard time with, because the two boys, the 3-year-old and Quinton, look very similar in a lot of these photos. I want to know what you guys think in chat. Is this Quinton or is this his brother? Because all the pictures we were seeing of Quinton, he looks like a little baby. I'm waiting to see what you guys think. I know I've got a little delay. You guys think that's Zane? The 3-year-old? That's his brother? Okay. Gosh, they look so similar. But for almost 2, I feel like Quinton looks very small. Cute kids. Okay, there's little Quinton. Let's go back. Definitely little Quinton there. But the boys favor their mom. I think that's where they get the same look from. Okay, and this is Leilani at the hospital right after giving birth. She looks better after giving birth than she does in real life now. I feel like things went downhill after this baby was born. There is Danny with his baby girl. Thanks, Mystic. There is Grandma. This is from her Facebook, where she had many Georgia men telling her how beautiful she was and how tired she looked. There's little Quinton again. And, I was looking at these photos because, they're talking about the babysitter with the marks and the bruises. And, I was looking at these photos and, like I said, Some of them, he looks very well cared for and clean, and then in others, not so much. And that must be Zane as well. There's Quinton. Adorable. There is mom and stepdad again. Notable that I looked at stepdad's Facebook, and the only pictures of Quinton or any of the kids are after Quinton went missing. So I don't know what the dynamics are with her or with him and the children and the stepdaughter, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I'm wondering about that. Here's Leilana again. Older picture. Okay, so here's another picture that the grandma posted of the 3 kids chilling, watching a movie or something, or taking a nap. I think she said taking a nap. And there's the baby girls. That must be very recent. I think this is very recent. There again. Okay, so I want to know, this might be her other grandkids. But there is great grandma again. And do you guys know, are these Billy Joe's other grandkids? Because I'm not sure. I think so too, Gen C. Gen C said, I think when grandma was around, the babies would be better cared for. And when she was not there, I believe boys' care was not good. I'm just wondering if these are the other grandkids. Hi, Lucia.
Roberta,
Mystic says great grandma does not look nice. Yes, Lindsay. Yes, Lindsay. So whose boys are these? This is not Quinton and his brother and the little sister, is it? Grandma, yeah. They all are kind of shady characters. Hello, Morgan Le Fay. Well, I think Grandma had to hold it together because her daughter couldn't. Her daughter started having babies at 18 years old. Yeah, I think these must be their other grandkids. Definitely don't have the same almond-shaped eyes. I know I thought of the Wells when I saw this, but like, I don't know if that's Quinton or not. I don't think it is. I don't think it is them. And they have other grandkids, so I'm assuming that's who it is. But he's crying, and great grandma is like looking down, saying something to him. And then the other kid is wearing Paw Patrol shoes, which reminded me of summer. So this is the baby girl and the dad, Daniel. And Leilani posted this picture and said something like along the lines of a daddy and his princess, or a princess and her king. That's what it was. A princess and her king. And this baby is only a few months old and she has dirt under her nails. That is what I'm not trying to be weird here, folks, but that has always been a pet peeve of mine when little babies who can't even crawl or grab things besides someone's finger have dirt under their nails. That tells me she's not being bathed. And I'm not trying to be judgy or prudy, but just calling it like I see it. And that's always bothered me on tiny babies. Scottish lass, I see I'm not alone. So there's that cutie Quinton again. They have his hair pulled up. And there he is. We've all seen that photo. But if mom was on drugs, when was she doing drugs? Because she's been pregnant for the last 3 years. Yes, I see that everybody agrees with me. I want my babies to smell like babies and be nice and clean and smell like baby magic. That's how I like my babies, my newborns. So that's the end of my picture show. Let me see if there's anything new before I close this. Quinton. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to get any updates today or not. You guys heard the arguments coming from the home. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, the latest update was yesterday. So now there is 40 FBI officers involved. And we wait. And we wait to find out the truth, right? So if you guys need to catch up on the case, you can go back and... Carrie Pooler, thank you for subscribing, hon. Oh, you didn't hear the arguments? Okay, here, I'll play it for you one more time.
Our top story tonight, it's been nearly 48 hours since a Chatham County toddler went missing, and tonight there is no active search that we're aware of.
Us, the boy's mother and her boyfriend were released after hours of questioning by police.
The Chatham County Police cannot comment on who may have been interviewed, but tell us they are still treating this as a missing child case, and instead of a broad search, are now focusing their efforts on targeted areas. WSAV's Brian Gallagher has been gathering details all evening and has an update on Quinton's mother and her boyfriend tonight. Brian?
Yeah, that's right, Ben. For all of yesterday and most of today, the whereabouts of Quinton's mother and her boyfriend have been in question. Well, tonight we're learning that the neighbors witnessed the mother and her boyfriend at their house all throughout the day. Now, neighbors claim that the two finished being interrogated by law enforcement very early this morning. And then later that morning, neighbors say grandparents came by. Now, with Quinton missing for nearly 48 hours, tensions were running high in the family. And that's when things started to get heated. Neighbors say they heard several arguments all throughout the day. I was on scene a little after 6 p.m. tonight, where I heard another scuffle break out from across the street.
Yikes. They also drained the pool yesterday. I did make a short on it, but here we can watch this.
We began with the story we have been following since last Wednesday.
The disappearance of 20-month-old Quinton Simon.
Complaint about her 1-year-old son is missing. She woke up, her door was open. Advising he's unable to open a door, thinks someone came in and took him.
News 3 obtained a recording of the police dispatch call made on that day. Leilani Simon told police that she last saw little Quinton in his playpen around 6 that morning. A small army of law enforcement officers have searched the area around the West Chatham County home by air, on horseback, and with the help of drones and dogs. But so far, no sign of the child.
WSAV lead investigative.
I think that what she said in that recording was, and my kid's gone. I'll play it again in a minute.
Reporter Brett Buffington is back at the Southwest Chatham County home where Quinton was last seen. And we know...
Try and answer the question, where is Quinton?
Today, we were there as investigators used a pump and a fire truck to drain the swimming pool in the backyard of Quinton's grandparents' home. That pool and this home, two of the places we know Chatham County investigators and federal agents are searching again. The WSAV investigative unit was told the 911 call Leilani Simon made at 9:42 last Wednesday morning and the body camera video of officers searching this home for little Quinton are both part of an ongoing investigation. The county attorney told us we can't have those.
We have to protect the integrity of the investigation, and that's first and foremost.
New today, exclusive new details show that Simon's grandmother, Billie Jo Howell, did in fact have legal custody of Quinton and his older brother. We've learned Quinton's mom was ordered to pay child support for the two boys. Court documents show Leilani Simon had been to court, and she knew she was going to be ordered to pay. The judge's ruling was signed exactly 1 week before Quinton disappeared. The third page of that court order says this: Leilani Simon would have to start paying child support on November 1st and wouldn't stop until the boys turned 18, married, became emancipated, or died.
Listen, this case has to be tough on these investigators. I asked the chief about that today. He told me that these investigators under him and these federal agents, they are working 18 to 20-hour days. We talked about the manpower that's here. The police chief here in Chatham County told me that they have pulled FBI agents from across the country, 40 of them, including every agent assigned to the Savannah and Brunswick field offices of the FBI. We are live in Southwest Chatham County.
So what do you guys think? Drain the pool. Someone said they blocked off the garage windows to spray luminol. I don't know if that's true. I don't know where you saw that, but yeah. Lots going on here. Lots to unpack with this case. So we are going to keep our eyes on it. I think that somebody said that the police were not expected to give an update today. So we will keep our eye on anything that's going on. I will update you guys. I think Bubba is Quinton's dad. Yes. Oh, let me check my email and see. Well, I'll actually check that when I get off of here. I'm going to have to look through it. Trying to see if I have anything else that I saved. Nope, I think that's it. Okay, so you guys, we will definitely keep following this. And if you have any updates that you would like to share with me, feel free to email me at Jennifer at jisforjustice@gmail.com. And I thought I had a video to take us out. Okay. Here's a video to take you out. It's not really necessarily funny. It's weird. But enjoy your little short here. Don't get too scared. Don't get too scared now. What do you think of this, guys? Here, I'll read it to you so you guys don't have to read it. This humanoid machine was designed to sense your feelings and respond emotionally. Made by a Chinese company, it's among the automatons at the World Robot Conference. We found that many service sectors are particularly in need of such abilities. Really? The Beijing event also showcased sports robots that can function at high altitudes. And these machines conduct COVID-19 tests. How about that? Here's your dog robots, 100 of them dancing on the opening day of the expo. If this isn't fucking scary, I don't know what is. Petrified right now, petrified. No, thank you. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, October the 11th. I want to give a shout out to my girl, Amy. It is her birthday. You're 49, girl. I love you, and I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I will see you guys real soon. Have a great day. You guys, you love the robots. Everybody get a robot dog.
I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that.